Dan, do you have any questions at all? I'm going very well, thank you. Watch the step.
Yeah, thank you.
Former miner and Olympic shooter Dan Rapopoli is working hard to convince voters battling the high cost of living he's worth another shot as their MP.
There's always more we can do, there's no doubt about that, but we've done lots of cost of living measures along the way.
But winning in this marginal seat won't be easy for the Labor candidate, with the National Party candidate representing the coalition, Sue Gilroy, pushing him hard.
We're always the underdog. I mean, it's been Labor since its inception, so it has been a strong Labor seat and, conceived as a safe Labor seat, but I think I've swung it a little bit I think it's we're in with a chance, but, you've always got to fight when you've got an incumbent that's in there.
While issues like the cost of living and jobs are big factors in Hunter, in this traditional coal mining area, energy policy is also top of mind for voters. In particular, a coalition plan to build a nuclear power station in the Hunter electorate at the site of a recently closed down coal-fired power station.
Totally against it. I protested against Roxby Downs in my 20s, I'd do it again.
We are a city that's prone to earthquakes, and I think that we've seen by the accidents, not just at Chernobyl and Fukushima, but there have been other accidents across the globe, and I just don't want to see Lake Macquarie stuffed up like that.
Sue Gilroy, however, insists a new modern nuclear power station in Hunter would not only be safe, it would provide long-term secure energy for important industries.
We're not dealing with technology that's 60 years old anymore. Nuclear is very safe. It's used in a lot of countries across the world. And if we don't plan for nuclear, we will be left behind. We need to have it in the mix.
Dan Rapopoli, however, says gas and renewable energy like wind farms and batteries is the way forward for Australia, and the Coalition's nuclear plan is short on detail.
How can you have a 5-page policy document for a thing like nuclear energy? They've put no thought in this. I reckon you and I could write a better policy on the back of a beer coaster.
One of the big criticisms of the nuclear plan is cost, with Labor highlighting one report that suggested it could cost as much as $600 billion. Sue Gilroy says that's scaremongering.
The whole energy plan through to 2050 is $335 billion. The nuclear component of that is $120 billion.
And even some Labor voters we spoke to are coming around to the idea.
But I honestly think it's long term, it's probably the only answer.
And that's because it's sort of permanent base load and
Permanent load, 24 hours a day. They're going to have batteries and they're going to have this and they're going to have that and all those sorts of things. That's lovely in a perfect world, but the sun doesn't shine 24 hours a day. And I'm a Labor person, I've been all my life, but I don't know, I think I'd be quite happy with nuclear.
Meanwhile, more details of how the Coalition would pay for the nuclear plan are expected when they release their full policy costings later today.